Welcome back to American Wing Chun. I am Sifu Matt, and today is day 7, which is 1 week of our wooden dummy exercises for beginners series. Today, we're going to be using the Huen-Sau to go over the top of the arm. And we're going to eventually do both hands alternatingly. But we'll start off with one side first. So you start off, you can have both hands in Fuksao, and you kind of clamp into that very well. You should have a good grip on the arms. And then doing a Noi Huen-Sau, you should be able to go over top of the arm, get your elbow back on the inside of the arm as you snake your hand underneath, and you're back in Fuksao. So you go over the top. It's kind of like you're doing a Kao-Sau. Kao-Sau is a plucking arm. Kao-Sau is basically a Bong-Sau and a Ton-Sau direction. But you're doing a Huen-Sau. You're not fully doing a Kao-Sau. You're doing a Huen-Sau over the top and snaking around underneath, always maintaining contact through the whole process here. And I want to end up back into Fuksao before I do my next one. So I'm in Fuksao, and then it circles. And I want to stick all the way underneath. It is palm down as I go underneath, and I'm making this contact with the arm, and then it comes up, and I'm back into Fuksao. So over the top, snakes underneath, and back on top. It's like a snake going around a tree branch and connecting back in and wrapping around it. Same thing on the other side. I want to do a Noi Huen-Sau on my left hand and circle down and go underneath and back up to Fuksao. And so you should be able to just do this indefinitely. One key detail is the blade of the hand when you're in Fuksao. As this Huen-Sau goes across the top of the arm, that blade of my hand with all my fingers stacked are in line against the arm. And then it goes to the back of my hand diagonally when I'm underneath it, and then it comes up on the side of it until I'm back on top. So I cut into the dummy's arm like a sickle. I don't know if this arm is in the way of the camera seeing it, but I want to go around that like a sickle, and then my wrist pops over the top of it, and it snakes around underneath and comes back on top. Same thing on this side, just continuously circles, but I always pull my hand all the way back to Fuksao all the way before I snake it back around again. And then you can do both hands either at the same time, or you can do one at a time, alternating them each time you do it. So when one's on top in Fuksao, the other one's on bottom, also in a Fuksao that's open flat instead of this one. There's 2 versions of Fuksao. And you should be able to snake them in this alternating pattern. And then see if you can do it without making a sound, without losing contact. See if you can do it silently. That's a little bit more difficult. Any slight little catch makes the arms shift. I don't know if you can hear that through the microphone, but I want to try to not move the arms at all. That'll make you a lot softer and a lot more sensitive. But then you can also have a lot more contact and really feel all the sticking contact. Really, it's not sticking, it's sliding. But you're not losing contact. You're maintaining contact as you do it. So that's a good exercise to do. You can also do it at the same time with both hands or alternating hands. And that takes some practice. If you can't do both at the same time like that, just go back to doing one and figure out how to do that, and then start one and then start the other. So I can start one hand And once I've gone underneath the arm with my wrist, then I start the other hand. And I can always get back to this position. And I want it to be really like a snake trying to crawl around, snaking around a branch, a tree branch. That one's a lot more difficult to do silently. And it takes a lot more practice than you think it does to be able to do that. So that is exercise number 7.